Hello, my friends. It is February 2nd, and yes, that is my Christmas tree. It's Candlemas, the last official day of Christmas, and we're celebrating in the kitchen. Join me.
On Candlemas, February 2nd, we celebrate the presentation of Jesus in the temple. It's sad to say goodbye to Christmas, but Jesus had to grow up and continue with his mission in this world. And at this time of year, we have to turn away from the comfort and fun of Christmas to continue on our own journeys. Today we are making a traditional Candlemas treat. We're making crepes. I don't know where this tradition started, but many Scandinavian countries make crepes for Candlemas. A lot of Hispanic countries, including Mexico, make tamales, but I've never made them, so we're gonna make some crepes. I'm just making 4 crepes because it's just my husband and me, so I'm gonna use 1 egg. And to this, we're going to add just 1/4 cup of milk, any kind of milk that you have. And then we're also going to add 1/4 cup of just plain tap water, just lukewarm or room temperature tap water. And we're just going to mix all of this together in one bowl. You don't have to worry about the order you put it in. I'm adding just 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You should probably add the salt whether you're going to make these, serve these as savory or sweet crepes, because otherwise they will not have really any flavor at all. To this, I'm going to add just 1/2 cup of regular white flour. I'm not sure if you could use whole wheat flour, probably, but I've never done this before, so I'm just using the white. So we're just going to beat this. Really, you want to get a lot of air in here. And then to this, we're also going to add, I think I forgot it when I was filming this, but we just want to also add just 2 tablespoons of melted butter that's been slightly cooled. You don't want to curdle the egg in there, so just make sure you cool it off a little bit. And then after you put the butter in here, we're going to just chill that for about an hour to develop something. I'm not sure what that's for, but that's what you're supposed to do. So then we're going to get a nonstick pan up to medium-high heat and spray it with some cooking spray. You can also use butter for this. And then each crepe is going to be made with just about 1/4 cup of the crepe batter. And as you are about to see, I'm really bad at this. I've never done it before, but it gets better and easier as you do it. You just put about 1/4 cup of batter, and then you just swirl the pan around until the bottom of the pan is covered. And then you want to cook each crepe for about 1 to 1.5 minutes on each side, and then carefully flip it over, much carefully than I did, and cook it on the other side until the top of the crepe is dry, but before the bottom is really burnt. And then you can just cool these on a towel or a cutting board or whatever, and then you can stack them up. Once they're cool, they won't stick together. Last time's the charm. Ta-da! They look really nice. They smell good too. So most people like to do a sweet filling for crepes. I'm not crazy about sweets, so I'm doing a savory filling, and we're going to have these for dinner. This is just shredded chicken that I mixed with some about a half cup of diced carrots and about 2 cups of chopped spinach, and then I used just some mayonnaise as a binder, and you can use yogurt or some cream cheese or whatever you like in here. And I'm just cutting this and kind of dividing it into fourth, just so I put about the same amount in each crepe. So I'm just going to put a fourth of it down the middle of each one and roll them up, and then I'm going to put them in this little square baking pan, and this is going to be a wonderful Candlemas dinner for my husband and I later today. Clean hands. I promise. If you wanted, you could put anything in here. You could do mushrooms with chicken. You could just do sauteed mushrooms and scallions. Also adding a binder if you wanted to, some sort of a creamy binder. You could just do these spinach and mushroom if you wanted to. Many people enjoy sweet crepes, and they spread them with jam. Some put yogurt or whipped cream inside with fresh fruit. You could put ice cream inside, just pretty much whatever you like. This is just kind of a palette of just a plain canvas for you to do whatever you like. So what I'm going to do is just make a little bit of sauce, white sauce, wine cream sauce to put over our crepes. And I'm starting with 2 tablespoons of butter, which I'm just going to melt in a saucepan. And we're going to make a roux to make the sauce. So I'll just add the same amount of flour, 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just going to stir this over low heat until it all melts together, and then we just want to cook it until the flour starts to turn like a little nutty brown color, so that the flour is all the way cooked. Be sure not to burn it. So to this, I added a half cup of white wine, dry white wine, and I also added a half cup of, all I had was whole milk, so I added that. You could add cream, half and half, even skim milk. And then we're going to bring this up to a boil so that the sauce thickens. You can season this however you like. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt, and because I'm also going to add some cheese, so I don't want to add a lot of salt. I'm going to add a little bit more milk here because it's a bit thick, and then I'm going to add some black pepper and nutmeg because everything is better with nutmeg, especially sauces like this. So then I'm going to add just a handful of white cheddar cheese. I just had some cheese cubes on hand. I think we still have these from our New Year's Eve get together. So I'm just going to put a handful of these cheese cubes in here. You could also use any kind of white cheese. White cheddar or Swiss cheese would be good in here. Gouda, Gruyere, anything like that would be great. Even a little bit of brie. Here is our Candlemas dinner by the fire, all set. And I'm going to pour some water for us. Actually, my husband is off doing some scholarly thing as usual, so he'll eat later. But here's my place setting, and I'm putting some of that wonderful sauce over those beautiful chicken, spinach, carrot crepes, and a little parsley on top. And I want to wish you all a very happy Candlemas. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you'll get notified whenever we do our Ghosts in the Kitchen segments. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Ursula Bielski.